The morning in Puebla began quietly. By now, the rhythm of tour life was becoming familiar. Pack the bags, check the room one last time, then step out into another day somewhere new. The hotel lobby was calm that morning. Everyone looked a little sleepy. Today, we were heading deeper south, leaving colonial Puebla behind and traveling to Oaxaca. We were weaving through the streets of Puebla again for the very last time. Even from the taxi window, Puebla still looked elegant. Before long, we arrived at the ADO bus terminal. Long-distance bus travel is a big part of moving around Mexico. And honestly, the ADO buses are impressive. Modern, comfortable, and surprisingly organized. And just like that, it was time to board.
You want to take the window seat? You don't want a window seat? Oh, here. Okay. I'm like all over the place.
Did you ask whether it was fine? Yes,
You try and let us know. You never know.
For the next 5 hours, the road became the story. As the bus rolled southward, the landscape slowly began to change. Mountains appeared, valleys widened. Eventually, the vast metropolitan area of Oaxaca appeared before us. And after 5 hours on the road, we finally arrived. The bus terminal felt busy but manageable. Outside, we squeezed into another local taxi, and immediately Oaxaca felt different. Lower buildings, warmer colors. The roads grew rougher, and the city moved slower. Even through the taxi window, the atmosphere felt distinct. Less polished, perhaps, but somehow far more soulful. Soon, we arrived at Hotel Abu, our home in Oaxaca for the next few days. After dropping our bags, there was barely time to rest, because Sus was already gathering us for an orientation walk. Stepping back outside, Oaxaca immediately felt alive. Cobblestone streets, colonial arcades, and layers of history around every corner. Soon, we arrived at the Zócalo, where Sus shared more about Oaxaca's rich history. Next, we entered Mercado 20 de Noviembre, and suddenly, everything became movement. This is not just a market. It feels like the beating heart of Oaxaca itself. In the comida section, the aisles were packed with food stalls, people calling out orders across the crowded walkways. By then, it was already around 3 in the afternoon, and I was starving. Eventually, our group settled into one of the stalls for a very late lunch. I decided to try an Oaxacan-style tamale, wrapped in banana leaf instead of corn husk. It is much more delicate in texture than the northern-style tamales I had tried before. At that moment, it tasted incredibly comforting. Simple food, but exactly what I needed after a long travel day. After lunch, Sus led us through another famous section of the market. The Pasillo de Humo, or the Hall of Smoke. And the name makes complete sense. Smoke drifted heavily through the narrow corridor. Rows of charcoal grills, meat sizzling loudly, vendors fanning flames, while customers crowded around tables. It was completely captivating. I later found out this place was featured on Netflix Street Food, Latin America. I immediately told myself I had to return the next day. As the evening continued, Sus led us deeper through Oaxaca's streets, past colorful walls, murals, and street art, and eventually into Barrio de Jalatlaco, one of Oaxaca's most artistic neighborhoods. At some point, the main tour ended, and my friend and I continued wandering on our own. Golden hour had arrived. The sunlight turned softer. People slowed down, and Oaxaca somehow became even more beautiful. The city seemed to glow in the evening light. Eventually, we stopped for street snacks. First, Marquesitas, thin-rolled crepes filled with sweet toppings. It's crispy, warm, and dangerously addictive. Then later, tosti squids, one of those wonderfully chaotic Mexican street food inventions. Messy, salty, spicy, and surprisingly satisfying.
It offers looks like food. Oh no, that's cool. Look at all the fiber. That's cool.
Sí, mayonesa normal o chipotle.
Todas.
Todos.
And that, oh, cheese. Queso. Okay. Okay. Salsa? Sí, little bit, yes. Yeah. Okay. I think it's the best. Absolutely no. Take a picture of all.
By the end of the night, Oaxaca already felt special. There was something about the city that felt grounded, creative, ancient, and alive all at once. And this was only the first evening.